So maybe you've been a little bit confused lately with the rise in Bitcoin and then the sudden fall. I just thought I'd do a quick video here just to let you all know about what I call the FAVE phases of Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to be popping back to the office in just a minute. Kids are off school this week, so I thought I'd take them to the beach. I'm going to be showing you the charts and just showing you how this FAVE phases of Bitcoin, there's 4 of them. The first one is called Fantasy, and that is basically where the market has already hit its all-time high, yet all the Bitcoin YouTubers, all the influencers, they're all telling everybody to buy the dip, telling everybody that the price is still going to go higher. We haven't yet reached the all-time high. You know the story. It's not the same this time, i.e. that the Bitcoin bull run is just going to continue. It's not going to end this time. This time it's different. Following that comes A for apathy, and apathy is where everybody is so bored of hearing the "it's different this time" story that everybody just switches off completely. They leave the market, they no longer watch the YouTube videos. All those crypto YouTubers and influencers just disappear into obscurity because nobody is watching their content. Now, after that will come venture. The venture period is when all of the smart investors start venturing out back into the market, and they're looking for new coins to be buying, not just Bitcoin while it's low, but also starting to buy up the new fad trends which are coming out, whether it's NFTs, DeFi, the latest DEX coins, security tokens, privacy tokens, whatever it is, whatever the latest trend is. This is the really exciting time to be in crypto. This is where you want to really be on YouTube, watching all the videos, seeing what everybody's saying. This is the excitement phase in the build up to euphoria, because euphoria is where things really explode. This is where there's not really all that much point trading anymore. You really just want to have accumulated all of your positions, maybe double up on some of those, but trading is pretty difficult during this period because things just keep going up out of control and just goes all the way up, and this is where you're going to be seeing those all-time highs. So that's a brief description. Now I'm going to head back to the office, grab these kids here, and I'll be taking you through on the charts to show you just how that looks over the last 10 years or so of Bitcoin. Alright, so the chart we're looking at right now is from way back in 2011, so almost the beginning of the Bitcoin price history. This was August 2011. You see that we're starting off here with a green zone. So the green was, of course, the venture period for Bitcoin and crypto trading. This is where all these smart investors are starting to get in on the new coins which are coming out and all the new stuff. So this would have been like Litecoin, and that will last up until the first Bitcoin halving, as you can see here. From that point, you're going to have about a year to a year and a half of bull run. This is going to be known as the euphoria phase. This is where markets just go absolutely insane. I don't really like to trade these so much because you tend just to lose your money trading. You're better off just hodling through this because it's a really wild ride upwards. And if you do get some crazy candles like this going up completely insane, that's a great time to take some profit. Now, if you didn't take profit during that phase, and it's sort of like a year and a half maybe on from the Bitcoin halving, and you're starting to slope into this pink phase. This is what I call the fluffy pink unicorn phase, the fantasy land phase, where, you know, you got all these crypto YouTubers suggesting that the market is going to keep going on, and, you know, it's different this time, the market's going to keep going up. You get the same old stuff all the time, buy the dip, obviously. Basically, if you didn't already cash in and you were lucky enough to cash in somewhere near the top, this is where you want to get out the market, because you know that about a year on from here, the market is going to dip all the way down to its all-time low, which is always seems to be with Bitcoin about 80% down from its all-time high. Now, other cryptos will go down over sort of like 98, 99% down. And I don't mean the absolute shit coins. I mean things like Litecoin and Ethereum and XRP, good normal coins which are right up there in coin market cap, right in the top 10. They will drop 98% from all-time highs. So this is really a great time to accumulate new coins. Now, when we get to about 1 year before the next Bitcoin halving, that's where we start to enter into the venture phase. That's where new blood, new money starts to enter into crypto, and they're starting to buy up all the new coins. This is also where you're going to start to hear about new technologies which are coming out, whether it's privacy focused coins, ICOs, NFTs, DeFi, or whatever it's going to be next time. Whatever it is next time, it's not going to be NFTs and DeFi and all that. That was yesterday's news. That was this bull run. The next bull run is going to be something completely different. So this is the phase. During that phase, that's where you have to keep your ear to the ground, watch lots of videos, see what's going on, try and work out what the next new trend is going to be, and get in on things like the Bored Ape Yacht Club before they launch and go absolutely huge. Okay, this is the phase where you want to be getting in, because following that is then the euphoric phase, the euphoria phase, where it goes all the way up. In this case, it was from about $600 all the way up to $20,000. And obviously I was in the market at the time. I think I bought in initially about 3,000 and it just went absolutely insane. But if you didn't get out at that point, then you had this huge bear market coming back down. But it doesn't mean that you can't make money during this fantasy phase, because I actually done rather well, buying in around 6,000 and then selling off every time it hit this, what I call the golden line, the 120-day moving average. You see it came down here, bounced off it, came off, bounced off it, came off, bounced off it. That is really where I want to be selling. Now, it's a shame, of course, that here in the UK, we can't actually go short on crypto anymore, not even on sites like eToro, because the FCA has made it so that we're apparently not educated traders enough to be allowed to go short on crypto. Although we can go short on gold, silver, commodities, stocks, Forex, just everything but crypto. I don't know why that is, but that's how it is, and it's very, very frustrating. So in the next video, I'm going to be doing something called I'm a Bitcoiner, get me out of here, and I'm sure you can understand this type of thing I'm going to be talking about in that video. So if you're not already subscribed, do subscribe. You're going to want to see that, whether you're here in the UK or America or Canada, Australia, some other country. It could be quite important, because I'm going to be sharing some really great stuff in there when it comes to tax. So we've done the fantasy phase, then we're into apathy. Again, this is where the market's going down, 80% down from the all-time high. So that was 20,000, come all the way down to 3,200. Again, that is the best place to be buying. So if you do sell off here, even if you sell off here at 11,000, it's almost like half of what you could have had if you managed to sell the top. But even at 11,000, you could have sold one Bitcoin at 11 and bought almost just shy of 4 Bitcoin when it went down. So a great time to cash in now and actually double up or treble, quadruple your Bitcoin as it goes down. You're going to have to wait a while though. You know, that is a good year or so of holding out, waiting. Maybe you can make some money in the meantime, but predominantly you really want to be going short if you can. And then we're back into the venture phase again. This is where all the smart money is getting into the market and all the new things are coming out. Obviously this time it was like NFTs and DeFi. And then you're getting into the euphoria zone again, where we're going here from about sort of 6,000, 7,000 all the way up over to almost £70,000 or $70,000, sorry, this time up to this new all-time high. And now I would say, because we've done almost a year and a half, say, in this euphoria zone, we're definitely now in the fantasy land zone. And if you're looking at lots of YouTube videos now, which are mostly titled things like why I'm buying the dip, you should buy the dip, it's time to buy the dip, it's different this time. Yeah, so I'm sure you've heard it all, I've heard it all, and I'm pretty convinced it isn't going to be different this time. It's going to be just like it always is. And right now everyone's in fantasy land, and I don't know what they're thinking, but it's not going to go back up to an all-time high, not this far into the 4-year cycle, because there is a halving, a Bitcoin mining reward halving every single 4 years. It has to change every 4 years. So we're locked in. This is coded into the blockchain. So it's not going to change. It is not going to be different. So right now I'm expecting it to go down, and it's probably going to go down from its all-time high to about 14,000, and that's not going to be until sort of March, April, May time over in 2023, so about 1 year from now. So if you were to cash out now, you've got about a year to wait. You can try trading, buying in and making some money in the meantime, but of course you're buying into a falling market, so it's very hard. Obviously better to go short if you can. Now, of course, I've been sharing all this over in our Discord group. So if you are an NFT holder and you're part of the Muck Club, then you'll have access to the clubhouse where I've been saying for some time. This is a picture of a Bitcoin chart I shared back then. And I was expecting it to go up and then hit around this zone here, which is where, again, the 120-day moving average would be coming down and suggesting that we should be hitting it about there. And then I was expecting to sell off at that point and see the market go back down. And I said about that quite a lot. Again, I'm expecting it to hit. Again, this is a chart that I showed from the last bull run as we would come down during this fantasy phase, where it was just hitting the 120-day moving average and just being smashed all the way back down again. There was this zone here where it did partially come up for a few days before breaking back down again. And that's pretty much what we've just seen just recently. More stuff here from me saying that I'm expecting it to hit up around this zone somewhere, hit that 120-day moving average. So I'm sure you can imagine that when it did actually break all the way through, I was pretty upset having sold all of my Bitcoin to watch it go all the way up to 48,000. You know, it's not nice to see, but I was saying on there also, back on the 28th, you can see it's gone all the way through, and I said that we've moved from greed into heavy greed. How much further do you really think that this is going to go? So you might have seen that there on Discord, and obviously that is, I don't want to tell people when to buy and when to sell and all of that type of stuff. I'm not your financial advisor, but it's just my way of just giving you guys a little nudge to say, come on guys, do you think you should be taking some profits right now? Of course, it didn't last, it didn't stay above, it did fall back down again, and this also happened way back here. So this was back in 2014, where it broke up above that 120-day moving average for a few weeks before falling back down again and going underneath. And back in the last one, it did sort of pop up just for about a week or so before falling back down. I think we saw that as well, and it's just done the same thing again. I think it was to do with the Bitcoin 2022 conference over in Miami. Pretty sure that would have been what would have got everyone all riled up and excited about Bitcoin, thinking it was going to the moon again, going to do a new all-time high almost 2 years after the Bitcoin halving. I mean, come on, that's not going to happen. No, we are in fantasy land, I'm afraid. That's my opinion. Do let me know down in the comments down below exactly what you think. Do let me know if there is any cryptocurrencies that you think I should be doing a review on, some sort of video, let me know. And if you're not already, do subscribe, because the video I'm going to be making next week, which is going to be I'm a Bitcoiner, get me out of here, is going to be well worth you watching, especially when it comes to tax and cashing out. That's it for me for now for this week. I'll see you again in the next video.